Hey, what's up, YouTube? Still trying to upload my last vlog. Just can't ever seem to. Dang, that scared me. Just haven't found a place with good enough Wi-Fi to get it done. In fact, speaking of not good Wi-Fi, the bar that I went to last night for karaoke, Dunes, kind of frustrated with them over their Wi-Fi. So when you do a search for Wi-Fi, it comes up, it says Dunes, and I asked the karaoke DJ what the Wi-Fi password was, and mind you, he's got an online book, you know, to look and see what songs are available. So there's a definite need for people that are on there to be able to get on Wi-Fi to use the amenities of the bar, namely the online karaoke book. And I asked him what the Wi-Fi password was, and he said that the bar didn't give it out because it got out and there were too many homeless people that were using it, and it was slowing everything down, which is insanely frustrating to me. I mean, because I'm not homeless yet. I was there, you know, drinking beer with an open tab, and even if I was homeless, it would seem to me if I'm there drinking beer with an open tab, I should be entitled to use the Wi-Fi. I don't know, I'm kind of frustrated that, I mean, it seems to me the simple solution to that would be to just, you know, change your password on a somewhat regular basis, and maybe post it, you know, or you know, and have it where the bartenders can see it. That way, if somebody asks, and be like, oh yeah, the password this week is blah blah blah. Or in the alternative, if you absolutely don't want to provide your customers with Wi-Fi, don't name your network the name of the bar. Just put it CenturyLink 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, something, so people don't look at that and go, oh, the bar has Wi-Fi, and then get let down when you realize that the bar has Wi-Fi. But oh, you're a bar customer, you need Wi-Fi? Well, fuck you, buddy. Anyway, yeah, I had an okay time there, all things considered, but it seemed like I spent most of my time just trying to connect to a neighboring Cox hotspot that I just wasn't able to stay connected to very well. And I mean, I use my own hotspot on my Obama phone, but that Obama phone is just horrible. I'm way over my limit now. I'm a little curious about this. I am way over what my limit is for data, and they don't seem to have slowed me down. It just seems kind of intermittent, but it's always kind of intermittent. I don't know. My biggest issue with that phone these days seems to be that a lot of times when people text me, like I get a lot of text messages in on it, and I don't know who they're from because I don't know how to get my contacts from my iPhone to my Obama phone. So, you know, I'll try to text the person back and say, hey, I'm having some phone issues. Who is this? And then the text message I'm sending as a response won't send, and I'll get an error message and something like there's no SMS service available. And it seems to be with certain of my friends' numbers, I have no problem. I can always send a message to them. But then other numbers, and it's so often it's just people texting me that they don't text me enough that I don't have their number saved in the Obama phone, and then I can't send those out. And then there'll be a thing where I click for options, and it says, you know, no SMS, MMS service available, send us chat, whatever the hell that means. And of course that never works. And I just noticed the best thing I could do is just basically realize it isn't going to work, and then, you know, later look, and eventually, usually several hours later, it'll have an option to switch to MMS, SMS. It'll give me an option for that, as opposed to saying there's no SMS, MMS service available. And I'll click that, and it'll usually send it. But yeah, that's really frustrating. And I'm really curious, like, because none of those people ever respond to me when I do finally manage to get a message back to them. So I'm wondering, like, if it's not returned, like if they're sending it to my phone number and then it's showing as being sent from a different phone number, because my landlord showed me that when I text message him, it comes as being from a different text message, being a different phone number, and that's why he didn't respond to me. And I don't know, because they're not responding to me to tell me, this. Because at least if they responded, or if they responded with a, hey, who is this? I could be like, hey, it's Dan. What phone number is this coming in? What phone number is it saying that you're getting this from? So, still no word from my mechanic, and it's really frustrating because it's been over 3 weeks now. In fact, I'm well on my way to it being 4 weeks. And anyway, I'm trying to take a bus over to there. They've changed the bus routes around since the last time I tried to take a bus to his place. And it looks like it's going to be better, but it's one of those situations where I'm having to go 2 miles out of my way to get there just because that's how the buses go. Seems like this Van Buren bus should have been here by now, but I don't know. So waiting and watching. So I've pretty much come to the conclusion there's absolutely no way I can get the SIM card with Assurance Wireless to work in my iPhone, which is not due to a compatibility with iPhone. My friend Jeff, who's used to own wireless phone booth, he's 100% convinced that there's no hardware incompatibility. He's pretty convinced that their Assurance Wireless with the SIM card that with the phone they gave me uses T-Mobile's network, and that my iPhone is compatible with it. It's an unlocked iPhone, so it shouldn't be an issue. So a little disappointed. I asked the guy who built and sold me the phone if he could help me with it, and since I said Assurance Wireless, he's like, yeah, I don't mess with Assurance Wireless. I don't do anything. I don't mess with anything Assurance Wireless at all. That was it. He was done. And if he's already crossed the bridges that I keep like finding don't already attempt to cross the bridges that I'm finding don't go anywhere, I understand his unwillingness to do it. I just wish he'd explain that, taken the time to explain that to me. I mean, he was busy rebuilding a phone. He seemed to be on a video conference with somebody, so I understand I was interrupting him, but I would have been fine to patiently, wait in his lobby until he was done doing whatever he was doing, so he could, help me proper. But that's what's up with that. So I'm just coming from Jeff's place, and we got logged into the Assurance Wireless website, and he put in the whatever the number is that, he's going to show me how to get to it. But every time I ask him to show me how to do stuff, he just does it so fast, that it and maybe what I need to say is, imagine that I'm 7 years old and mentally retarded and do it at that speed. Because he did it so fast I didn't see how he got to that screen. But I did when I got to that screen, and he's like, you want to take a picture of it now? And I thought it was funny, I guess he thought I was going to use my other phone to take a picture of the screen, and I just you got it on the screen. I screenshotted it. So I don't know how to get to it, but I do know there's a screenshot of it in my photo library. So that's one way to get to it. And I don't think that's dynamic number. I think that's a static number that's assigned to my iPhone. He punched it into their website, and it came back with that is not an Assurance Wireless phone. So apparently they have a roster of which phones they've given away, and those are they've given away or sold, and those are the only phones they're allowing their service, which I'm fairly sure is a violation of FCC law, but apparently they're finding a loophole that lets them get away with it because they're dealing in government-issued phones. Now Jeff was telling me, and I don't know his source for this, but he said that there is a recent thing that they can't limit. They can't stop you from having more than one government issued phone. I don't know about that. That seems questionable to me. But when he told me before that he punched the number of my phone into a website and it said it was a compatible phone, come to find out that wasn't Assurance Wireless at all. He confused, when I said Assurance Wireless, he confused it with another company that does Obama phones that also starts with an A, maybe Allied or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, I never heard of it. But apparently when I said Assurance, he's familiar with that other company, so that's what he heard, even though I clearly said Assurance. And that's so I got, anyway, hey, my bus is coming, so I'm gonna cut this short. Thanks for watching.